What voices are you listening to? And do they really matter? Come on back and we're going to talk about it. Hey community, it's Ruth, and welcome to My Perfect Peace Community, where we find peace and balance in a world of chaos. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. I want to hear from you. A few weeks ago, I went to an elementary school on the first day of school to help welcome back the elementary school students. And so they had the red carpet out and we were welcoming the children. And it was a wonderful experience until this one little girl came up and she was just kind of hanging around. And finally, she looked at me and she goes, "What's the red carpet for?" And I told her, I said, "The red carpet is for you guys because you're special." And she went on to tell me, she said, "Well, I'm not special." And I said, "Yes, you are." And she said, "No, I'm not." And we went round and round about whether or not she was special. And finally, I got her to the point where I said, "Say you're special." And she said, "I'm special." And I said, "Say it 10 times to counteract all the times you said you weren't special." And so she said it real fast. I'm special, 10 times. And then she went right back to saying, "I'm not special." So then finally I asked her, I said, "Why do you say you're not special?" And immediately she said, "Because I'm not pretty." And I thought, here's this beautiful little girl who's just in the 3rd grade, already has baggage and saying that she doesn't have any worth because she's not pretty. And then I thought, how many of us as women carry that same baggage that we've had from a little girl? And it broke my heart. And here's the other funny thing about that is as soon as her friend came, because she was waiting for one of her little friends. And as soon as her friend came, she just hugged her friend and smiled and they, screamed when they saw each other. And then she just ran off into the school. And again, I thought, here she is, a little 3rd grader. And she already knows how to wear that mask. Nobody would know any different that she was carrying that baggage of having no worth or little worth because she wasn't pretty. And we as women are the same. We've carried that baggage since we were a little girl. And so it got me to thinking, how can we as women combat or come against and throw down and lay down all those things that have held us back, our wrong thinking, and how can we be able to be everything that we've called to be and lay aside those labels? And so here's what I thought. I'm going to talk about one thing today. And that one thing that I feel that we can help to begin to counteract all the negativity is, what voices are you listening to? Because they matter. What voices are you listening to? So many times as little girls, people speak into our lives, or whether it's our parents or neighbors or society, and they tell us how we should be, what we should look like, what size we should be, how our hair should be, all of those things. They all go into our ear, and we're listening to those voices. From the moment that we're born, we're listening to those voices. And I know people say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words could never hurt me. But we all know words do hurt. We all can remember sometimes the moment someone spoke something negative into our lives that affected us forever. Whether they talked about something that we had on, or again, maybe our skin tone or our hair or size, whatever it might be. Those voices have spoken to our lives and they have had a lasting effect. So how do you counteract that? Change the voices that you're listening to. That's right. It's as simple as that. Change the voices that you're listening to. Now, it could be a friend who constantly reminds you of what you used to do. They're always telling you, "Oh, remember when we used to go out and do all this kind of stuff?" Even though that's 25 years ago. It's a constant reminder. Change those voices. It could be a negativity from a teacher. Change the voices. Get around people who are going to speak positivity into your life. Get around them. I'm going to say it again. Change the people around you. I've heard someone say, I just thought about this, that said, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. So that's what you need to do. Change the people around you so that you're around people who speak positive things into your life. Here's another thing. What are you saying to yourself? See, no matter what we say to ourselves, we're always listening. What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, all those things, I'm not smart enough? What are you saying to yourself? Change what you're saying to yourself. Even if you have to put it on a sticky note on the mirror. Change what you're saying. Give yourself a mantra. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am smart. Now, is it easy to say those things? Absolutely not. Because it's so easy to fall back into those old patterns of what those negative things that we say to ourselves. But you've got to make a point every day to look into that mirror in the morning when you're driving. Well, maybe not when you're driving. When you park your car. When you're waiting at the traffic light. Before you go into work. Wherever you're going. Look in that mirror and say to yourself, I am enough. I am beautiful. I am smart. I can do this. Say those things. Speak life to yourself. And here's the last one. Listen to God's voice. There's a scripture in John 10:27. It says, my sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. Are you listening to God's voice? Are you listening to God's voice? Are you listening to what He says about you and not what society says about you? See, here's the thing about the relationship between the sheep and the shepherd. Each shepherd has like a specific call for their sheep, and their sheep will not follow another shepherd. Another shepherd can call out all day long, but if it's not their shepherd, they will not respond. So, are you listening to God's voice and what He says about you? Because when those negative voices come that tell you you're not good enough, you don't matter, that's not God. Listen to those voices that says you are good enough. You can do this. I love you. I'm never going to leave you. Listen to those voices and you'll succeed. I found this quote and I thought it was so interesting. And it says, and it's by Jim Harrison. It says, some people hear their own inner voices with great clearness, and they live by what they hear. Such people become crazy, or they become legend. I want your voice to help you become a legend. Yes, that's what I want for you. So, change the voices around you. Change what you're saying to yourself. Listen to the voice of God, and you will become a legend. All right. I hope you enjoyed this today. And next week, I'm going to continue this thought. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Tell me if this helped you and what voices are you listening to? What are you doing to change the voices that you're listening to? All right. Remember, peace is a state of mind.